Well, whether it's a restaurant, a charity, a local brew pub, or an author, we love everything local here on WTOL 11 Your Day. And someone not unfamiliar with the business of news, local author Anthony Knopps joins us this morning with a must-read before 2024. Good morning. Good to see you. My former boss here, folks.
Thanks, Amanda. So glad to be here.
Yeah, good to see you and good to catch up with you today. So you've been busy. First of all, you've been teaching, but you've been doing some writing as well.
Yeah, I actually, this book, Page in History, that came out this month, was something that came out of a class that I taught, a campaign and election class, in the fall of 2020. And if we remember those times, it was a lot of questions about where things were going to go. And one thing that my students thought that as the class got deeper and deeper was that there was an opportunity for a lot of mischief to take place on either side. And that was sort of the genesis for this book, because in 2024, we're hoping that we're out of the COVID. Mm-hmm. This is the first election in what some are calling the PostTrump era. And just how quickly could it actually go off the rails? And this explores some of the challenge of that. Obviously, 2024 is pure fiction, but it is based in fact, and
who knows? Who knows what could actually end up being nonfiction from this?
Right, and that's what's really scary about this is some people have emailed me. Did you know that this has actually happened? You know, and this is stuff that I wrote back in the fall of 20. And just this past week, there was some stories that came out about how the White House handled certain things about COVID, and those were actually things that were touch points in the book. And I was like, okay, do we really want it to be this accurate?
It's a little eerie, maybe a little creepy. Being a news guy and having that background and a lot of background in politics as well, how was it to write a fiction book?
It was interesting because I really wanted to make sure that I didn't look at it from a Republican or a Democratic perspective, because you know, for lack of a better reason, why do you want to alienate half your audience? I looked at it through the prism of good government, of just how fragile the institutions of government really are, and it doesn't take much to throw things off the rails. And I did my graduate work in Washington, so I'm familiar with the means and the levers of government. But it really became a challenge for me, because I had to download it, from my head as quick as I can, so I wouldn't forget it.
That's sometimes easier said than done to get that there, right? So can you give us a little teaser for people, get us hooked? We want to be turning the pages.
Get you hooked. Yeah, this is a story about what happens when we don't really know who's in charge. We see what happens on the screen every day. We see the president, go before the podium, talk about what's going on. But is he really calling the shots, or is it somebody else? Those things are, very real concerns. Both in politics and in state, local, and federal politics. Do you really know that much about who you're voting for? I mean, we just had the mayoral race in New York City. How many people actually know the inner workings and the mindset of the candidates they're voting for? And I think that's a very real concern. And that's something that my students expressed to me is, what do we really know about these people?
It's a good question, and you'll have to explore that. Pick up the book, and Anthony's got a special discount for folks watching today. So WTOL 11, you can get 11% off the book. How fun is that? Best place to get it is on your website, right?
Right. That's the best place, AnthonyKnopps.com. I know it'll be in stock at various retailers around town. I'm expecting a call in the next couple days from the Barnes & Noble out in Fallen Timbers. They've told me they reordered and they wanted me to come by and sign it. But really the best place is to get it at the website, anthonyknopps.com. And I will tell you, I've gotten so many interesting visitors and interesting sales. I've got not just in the United States, but Poland, France, Germany, Malaysia, and of course, a country near and dear to our hearts,
Georgia.
The Republic of Georgia.
Yeah, wonderful. So definitely a lot of people will find interest with this, and maybe just, have some fun with it too and see what happens come 2024, because you never know. Anthony, so great to catch up with you today, and congratulations on the book.
Thank you, Amanda. Good to be here.
Yeah, take care.